In this quick video, I'm going to be placing a live options trade so you can just see the process for um, where you have to go, what you have to click on, um, yeah, and just how to do a basic options trade. So I'm going to buy a single option on AMD. Um, I'm not really concerned about a lot of the technicals with this trade, although I do think that it could be positioned for a nice little pop. Um, I'll have to watch it closely today. So it didn't make it down here to this area that I would have liked to have it have made it to. If that makes sense. But it is holding with a higher low than this previous support line, and we have a uh, downward trending resistance line as well. So I'll have to keep an eye on it and see if it breaks up through here, if it gets beat back down. But I'm going to place an options order for an option that is almost 2 months out. Um, I'm not looking for volume or anything like that. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click on trade, and then I already have the contract open that I wanted. So middle of May, and I am going to go ahead and get these 85s. I'm going to click this until I get to money. I'm going to use $500. I'm going to make my limit at the midpoint between the bid and the ask. And then I'm going to click confirm and send. And then you can see it was live and it triggered. So now I have a position. I have two contracts. 36 days to expiration. This is my price. This is where the middle price is right now. This is my profit loss percentage. And so far, it just got in, so it's got some time on it. But basically, what I'm playing with this is we have some price changes and some rating changes on it. We have earnings coming up in about 2 weeks. If I come here to let's see, is it analyze, scan? Here we go. AMD's earnings are on the 27th. Today is the 15th, so we've got about let's see, 5, 6, 7 trading days until then. If we back out in time on the time frame and look at the daily, we can see that it's been consolidating sideways since its run up back in late July. This is when the whole market fell. It was right here. This was shortly after the news came out about, I believe it was SoftBank doing the options buying during 2020. The whole market corrected, and then it's kind of been going sideways, retested its previous. It broke out a little up here, but it just couldn't. There was no justification for it as far as any reason other than just the market moving. At least that's my opinion. And then recently we've been dealing with chip shortages and things of that nature. So naturally, this is negative news coming into the market, and I think that's part of why we see this downtrend. But also, I think that it was really overbought. It's just a lot of um, needless pushing of it upwards after this big run up. So this is all, I look at um, this whole area as just big consolidation, right? So there's quite a few levels in here you could look at. You could look here. Now, obviously, support resistance lines aren't exact. You have to kind of take them with a grain of salt, depending on things like volume. When you hit there, um, things like what are the other indicators doing? What's the market doing? What's the information coming into the market? Things like that. But you can see that we bounced off of this level a couple times and bounced downwards, and then we bounced off of it and came back up, and now we're back below it, and we tested this more of a major support level in this range a couple of times. So this is pretty intact, which is, means I'm not surprised that it didn't bounce all the way down here. I was just looking for a quick bounce play with this box. So it's not surprising that this held nicely. But we have a descending MACD. Let me remove all of these. So essentially we have this MACD descending. We have average. This is the volume with an average line. We've got it just kind of maintaining average. We hopped above the average on this sell-off. Whatever happened during this day, I think this was when some news with NVIDIA came out. So this is going to be the 12th. And if we look down here, yeah, we see NVIDIA says they're going to top guidance. There was a lot of stuff that came out on the 12th dealing with NVIDIA, which is a competitor for their GPU market. So anyways, we have this big run up and then an attempt to go further, but just couldn't hang. And then we kind of went sideways through all of this. So basically it looks like it may be getting ready to make a nice little move upwards again if we can break out of this consolidation range. If we back out of this time a little more, we can see that this was the sell-off, the pandemic sell-off right here. Yeah, this was the pandemic sell-off. Ran up and then went sideways for, after it came back up, it went sideways for quite a while. Pretty much these were your major support resistance lines during that time frame. Everything that's down here, I would say, is the market. This was when the market was trying to just find its footing. There's also patterns in this. I think that's a table top pattern or a double top right here. I'm not sure what it's called, but you can create these resistance lines. You can create support lines off of this. These would be resistance because it's bouncing upwards towards it. And then this would be your support line. But anyways, the overall pattern that I'm trying to point out here is that we went sideways and then we ran up. So now we're going sideways, essentially, just a little bit more of a wider range than down here. So going sideways. Oh, that's the circle. Kind of going sideways here. And we bounced off the bottom, the heavy support line, and now it seems to be making higher lows based off this, right? So this isn't solid confirmation that it's going to start heading up, but it's a good sign that it bounced off this major support line and started to head back up. So I'll keep an eye on it. If it runs up here to around this level, I may sell one of them just to take some profits off the table. As far as a stop loss area, I'm going to be looking to maintain above this. So if we get a hard sell off, like a hard red candle, then on volume then I'll go ahead and just cut my loss. But if it kind of wobbles for a day or two, if it stays above this, I think I'll be happy, which is why I got contracts that are so far out. But overall, at the very least, hopefully this can bounce up here to make a nice little trade within the channel. If not, I'll cut my losses and just wait for it to pop. So if we go back and take a look at the position real quickly. So this position is already at 15%, $72. What was it like? How long have I been talking? I don't even know. A few minutes? 10 minutes. So maybe I've been in it for maybe 8 minutes and it's up 16% now. I mean, that's not the goal. Like, the quick pop isn't the goal for buying so far out. If I wanted just to play a quick pop, then I would have gotten in on these where I could have bought 5, and that quick pop would have been significantly higher over this short time frame. But that's a completely different topic. Or I could have bought maybe 3 of these down here. Either way, I'm happy with these. We've got heavy. I was watching this a couple days ago. There was a lot of volume in here because these are quarterlies. And I'm just going to keep my eye on it, see if this can hold. If we go down to a smaller time frame, let's take a look at this. So I'm not really interested in the smaller time frame. This is just so we can see what's going on. I'll keep an eye on the smaller time frame just to see what the intraday is looking like. But let's see. Yeah, so we've got a double bottom right here, and then a little higher low than here. On this chart, the MACD is somewhat trending upward, but we've got some resistance here. And we had some heavy selling around here. These are all obvious things, but on this chart, I'd be looking for a break of this trend, this downward trend line. Hopefully it can break through there. If it can, I suspect it would bounce off of around 88. So if we can get back above 88, we may see 95 again. It just depends. AMD's kind of weird. I mean, all the stocks have been kind of weird lately. They'll have good news and sell off, so you got to kind of play the buy on rumor, sell on news game with these. And plus, we have earnings coming up, so there could be a build up with the volatility. So let's see. This volatility doesn't seem to be built up. Well, I don't expect this one to be because these expire this week and earnings is next week. So I expect this implied volatility is gonna go up quite a bit between now and earnings. And really, that's what I'm trying to capture, is the fact that this has a potentially good setup as far as trading above a support, bouncing off support level and possibly coming up, has a nice amount of range above it within the channel. And we've got earnings coming up and the volatility is still low. So hopefully a lot of volatility can get baked into these prices while I'm holding it, which will drive the price up by itself. And then we'll see what happens with that. So I'll keep you guys. See, we're already back down to 5.5% basically, and it was sitting at 17. So like I said, I'm not worried about the quick game with this. I want to see it make that big move at least over a couple days would be nice. If it stays strong into earnings, then I'll hold on to it. If not, then I'll cut it loose and just wait for another opportunity. So I'll keep you guys updated. So after I was listening to the video that I made, I realized that I said a couple things that were inaccurate. So I said that I'll be buying 1 contract 2 months out. I meant to say that I'll be buying 2 contracts about 1 month out. And then I also said that earnings are going to be next week. They're actually going to be in 2 weeks or on the 2nd week. So next week will be no earnings, and then I think it's Tuesday on the week after that there'll be earnings. So Yeah. So this is today. 15th is today. Um, and then you have 1 week, and then the following Tuesday. So that's when the earnings will be. So just wanted to correct those things. As you can see, the price is moving. We're back up. Currently up 25, just over almost 26%. But like I said, we're looking for this larger move upwards. So this is the 4 hour. And if we drop it down into a different time frame, so we got some good volume coming in on this time frame. We're breaking 82. We'll see how it goes. If it runs too fast, to where I think it's not sustainable, then I'll go ahead and cut this and take my profits and be happy with that. I'd like to see it a little slower run coming into earnings, but I'll just take what the market gives me. And since it's running rather quickly, I may drop down into a 5 minute. Yeah. So I may watch this um, to see when this might start doing a major pullback within this run. Get out, wait for it to correct, and then get back in. But I'll try to keep you guys up to date, and then hopefully nothing else needs to be said before I can push this video out. We'll see what happens within the day. I'll wait till the end of the market, till the market closes today before I put this on, or process this video and put it on YouTube, just to make sure I capture everything. Because if it keeps running like this, I may just go ahead and get out today, take my profits, wait for a pullback, and get back in. So yeah, sitting at 25%. It's looking good. I'll keep you updated. All right, so it's been a few minutes. I'm back. I dropped down to the 2 minute chart, and just to kind of, I like it. It's personal preference. This looks like it's just getting way overextended right here. Sharp, the volume's starting to come down. Now I know this candle isn't done yet, but MACD is starting to arch down. The price is starting to kind of stabilize a little bit, and I'm up just around 30%. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my profits, get out, and live to see another day. So I'm gonna right click here, create closing order, sell, and it automatically creates it. It's already got 2 in there. I'm gonna click on mid. Let me look at this chart real quick. Yeah, I think that I'll be happier just waiting for the next little push. So I'm gonna go ahead and click confirm and send, and done. I'm out. So $138. Over the course of this morning. I think I bought shortly after it opened, which for me I think is 9:30. Yeah, because I'm Central Time. So I didn't do much. I just, I was hoping to get part of the longer run, but this ran up rather quickly, quicker than I expected, and I'm not going to, snub my nose at about 30% profit within a couple hour, or within an hour, less than 2 hours, I think. So, yeah, so we started the day with 500, and as you can see right here, it's now at 635.33. So if you take a look at, if you just do 635.33 minus 500, 135.33. So you'll notice that that's not the same as this. So that took out the fees. So 135.33, divide that by 500, 27%. So it made 27%. If it keeps going up, then hey, so be it. It is what it is. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I just made $135, and between the time I bought and sold, I literally made some eggs, had some coffee, watched part of a movie. So I'll keep an eye on it. Um, I'll keep an eye on it and see what how it develops over the day. I still think there's room for this to move up, but it might go sideways a little bit along while it hits this downward line, and then maybe when it breaks up above this on a strong volume candle, I may get back in and try to ride it. I don't know, maybe 85ish. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. But anyways, that's that whole trade, in and out, $135, 27%. Yeah, I hope this was educational in some way on how to get in and out of a trade, how to kind of keep your eye on it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Yeah, thanks for watching.